Devlog for February 2025. So I had a really good take. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording, so I have to do it again. So yeah, this month I've worked mostly on level 6 and gameplay improvements from what I've learned from further playtesting. So this stuff right here, so this spline mesh, it now has textures. It is yellow accented. This is the colony house, so this is also yellow accented. The reason why it's yellow accented is because of the different divisions. So every division of the main faction, of the main human faction, has like their own color scheme. So we're now have a mining colony for level 6, and also sort of a factory, and that's basically the yellow division. You already saw the blue division for biolabs / medical stuff. And then there is the orange division for engineering and aerospace stuff. So yeah, new textures for all of the new models. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's also immediately just now go to gameplay. Yeah, I'm still tired from like the previous take. Takes a lot of breath away. So yeah, that enemy, the reason why the enemy ran away is because he can't reach me. That enemy is too big. Big boy. And... oh, come on. There we go. I should, yeah, so the enemy only updates every second whether he can still reach me. I need to like figure that out on how the enemy can more quickly get out of his hiding state. But other than that, it works very well. So the reason why I do this is so I can't shoot the enemy for free. So during playtesting I noticed that when the enemy can't reach me because the ceiling is too low, they would just try and get through this door, just wiggle like crazy, and I could just shoot them for free, which I didn't want. So now if I go out of cover, yeah, again, there's a very low update rate, the checking whether I'm out of cover. But yeah, that works very nice. Another gameplay thing I've done is steps. So I talked about that last month, is that my character, the movement system didn't support steps, so I would just get stuck on these things. So now I can walk up steps. It was actually very easy to program. I just sat down and just thought about it logically and pretty much got it working in like 30 minutes. All it does is it basically moves the character capsule up, forward and down, and then it sees how far it was able to move, and then if it wasn't able to move, it just moves the original, continues to move with the original code. But yeah, it works very well, except for one thing, which is why it's 90% done and not 100% done. It works weird with certain geometries, so right here I get stuck, unfortunately. So the character movement can't handle this specific geometry right here, and it just gets stuck. So it does work right here. Like right here, the character is able to. So I'm only walking forward. So I'm only holding W, and the enemy can. My movement system can handle it. It can like move its way around those poles, but when I go up, it gets stuck. So yeah, still have to work on that. Another gameplay system that I've worked on is droppable health. So I now want. I don't like being low on health constantly. And I want to have basically a comeback mechanic for the player. So that comeback mechanic is if you're low on health, you get a higher chance that the enemies drop health. So I'm on higher health right now, enemy doesn't drop anything. But if I reload, toggle God mode on, injure myself, so I'm now on 1 HP. So 1 HP pretty much guarantees that all drops will activate. So the robot has now a 100%. So it has 3 drop it has a maximum of 3 drops. It calculates the percentage for each individually, and then now I kill, I should get 3 things. So yeah, it drops 3 health packs. I still need to work on the way the enemy drops health, because for some reason I wanted to go straight up, but for some reason it just keeps launching sideways. I don't understand why, so that's something I still need to fix. Because during playtesting I realized that the health drops often got launched off a cliff. So yeah, the robots, they drop shields. The humans, so he's gone to Mars, they drop stim packs. So made a little nice sound effect for it. And the demons, they drop what I call psychic life force. So they don't drop, they drop like health bubbles. They drop a lot. So I still need to work on the drop rate, because right now the drop rate is too high. I literally only changed the drop rate. Also they disappear after 10 seconds. I changed it, so the drop rate used to be way too harsh, so the drop rate used to be this, so quadratic 4, so power of 4. So if you're on really high health, so you have to look at this inverted. If you are at really high health, there was basically no chance that anything would drop, and only if you're on really low health would you get a very high chance. So if you're on like 1 HP or 2 HP, almost a guaranteed chance that something will drop. I've lowered it to x is 2, x power of 2, but now it might be 2, so maybe I'll try x3. There's also the issue that, not the issue, I've also tried to take armor into consideration, so if you don't have armor, there is another increased modifier to drop, but I think it is now just too high, so yeah, I'm gonna have to experiment with it a lot with the numbers, and basically get the numbers exactly right, is that the drop rate should be there should basically be a guaranteed drop rate if you are really in trouble, and the game needs to basically know if you are in trouble. But I think right now the drop rate might be too high. But yeah, again, I have to experiment with it and I'll fine tune it, and eventually I'll get to a formula which perfectly gets to the point where if you are doing well, you don't really ever get, maybe occasionally you get a health back from enemies, but then you get them almost guaranteed when you're in trouble. So very low health, very low armor. So yeah, gotta work on that, gotta experiment with that. Shields, by the way. Yeah, shields are now new. There are now shields in the game. The only reason why there are now shields in the game is because it didn't make sense to me for robots to drop armor. I wanted robots to drop batteries. So yeah, there are now shields. So you can have a maximum of 50 shields. I still need to make a shield break effect and also a shield impact effect. I already know how I'm gonna implement that. It's not too much work, but it's something I still have to do. Let's see, any other gameplay mechanics? I don't think so. So let's just go to the final thing I want to show. So final thing I want to show is I now have a helmet for the assassin armor. That's it. So the assassin armor has been updated. Used to be, I think, the third thing you could get. So 2 things to update. So it now has this cute little helmet with cat ears. The trench coat is now independent of the hood, so you can now have the hood of the trench coat without the trench coat. So that is nice. So the headwear is completely only headwear. I've also changed the light, so the light is now, there's now a glowing pink hue for both the helmet visor and also the night vision goggles. So also now have, so this is now consistent. Yeah, I'm also so this is the Nyx Assassin armor. I'm also planning to eventually also have like Nyx Assassin, a stealth suit. So this is stealth armor, but also have like a stealth suit which has less armor. I also still need to make the Nyx. Now actually the Nyx enemies are technically mostly already in the game, but yeah, definitely have further plans for them. And that's really about it. So yeah, see you next month, and this time I was